Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today and August Squishmallow. Today, Maui. Today I am going to share with you my last haul of 2024. I don't really do hauls like that and I didn't buy all this stuff at once, but I'm showing it to you collectively. So we're going to go ahead and call it a haul. And if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with those who feel the same way, definitely consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
So how are you? I am doing well. I need to move my filming equipment back into my bedroom, but it just feels a lot more cozy and homey sitting here on the floor. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I really like sitting on the floor. I've been like way more motivated to film out here for some reason. Anyway, let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat and let's get this show on the road. So I rarely do haul videos. And as I said before, I'm calling this a haul because these are things that I have bought collectively towards the end of 2024, but I just didn't share here on the channel. And most of it is from Melt because towards the end of the year, Melt had a 50% off sale. And I went back multiple times. Actually, one of the Melt products is from Sephora because I think I might have got one of the palettes during VIB and it was already 50% off. And then some of the stuff wasn't on the 50% off sale, but I just felt compelled. And then I have something that was gifted to me. Let's dive in. I'm gonna start with the gift first. And this gift is from my friend, Makeup Your Therapy. She's in the chat a lot. And why don't I see the gift? Where is it? We were talking about blushes. I think this was during my blush declutter. And I was like, I'm gonna be doing one in, one out for 2025. And she's like, did you ever try the Chanel blushes? And I'm like, no, guess I won't. I have tried Chanel blushes, but the cream to powder blushes, I had not tried. They looked very nice. And then she sent me like a super chat or sticker. And she's like, go ahead and get it. So I got that and something else. So thank you, Makeup Your Therapy, for thinking of me. And I absolutely love this blush. I've already worn it a few times. So this is the Chanel Cream Blush Intense, and it's Rose Radiant. So here's the packaging. This is the color that I chose. And I really like this formula. It actually smells kind of like rose. I'm not thinking this is the typical Chanel fragrance. I can't remember. Anyway, let's see if I can get this color to show up on camera. Yeah, there it is. That looks pretty accurate. And now August went up there to play basketball upstairs. But I really do enjoy a good cream to powder formula. And I think this will look really good on the eyes. You can kind of press this in a little bit. And I was just really thankful to be able to try this because I just wasn't going to be able to. I couldn't justify it. So thank you for gifting that to me. It really means a lot. And as I said, I have been wearing this and I really enjoy it. But I couldn't stop there. No, I could not stop there. Now, one thing about Chanel is I don't shop there a lot, but I do like to treat myself to a blush maybe once a year and occasionally an eyeshadow palette. And I could not get my mind off of this one. This is the Enchanted Night palette. And I think it's more so because Chanel came out with something colorful. And, you know, ironically, I'm not really doing a lot of colorful looks. And these might be more so one and dones. But here is Enchanted Night. I know my friend Jamila has a video with this. And I really liked what she did with this palette. The purple in here is really nice. It's not one that's going to be, I don't know, it's pigmented, but it's more of a buildable, I would say, type shimmer. There are some sparkles in here that are really pretty. Let's just go ahead and swatch it. So there's the purple. I'm just gonna go to this light shade next. That's really pretty. And I do believe that they say this is a face palette, but I don't really see myself wearing this. It's an eyeshadow and blush palette. This is going to be way too bright for me for blush. I could use this more as a blush light, but I don't know why they're advertising it as that, because I don't see that. Well, at least not for my complexion, but definitely on a richer skin tone, this would probably look nice. I wouldn't do this purple at all. This peachy shade, more of a blush light. So we'll see what I do with this. I have not worn it yet, but I do think it is really pretty and different from Chanel. I know they came out with a spring one that has like some peachy tones, but I haven't really looked at it. It seems, it looks really light from what I've seen. I'm sorry, August is slam dunking up there. I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't regret this yet, but I know it's not something that I needed, and I don't know why I bought this actually. So, but I won't be doing any of that in 2025. All right, let's just do everything that's not melt, because melt is going to be the bulk of this video. So next I have the Bad Gal Bang mascara. I really fell in love with this mascara last year, and I probably should get ready to throw the black one away. I did feel like it was already starting to dry out, but I do love a good brown mascara, and I did purchase that when Ulta had a 20% off. Oh, there's something else that I need to show. I need to go grab. I also have the Dior contour stick, and this one's in the shade Tan. So I have been using this as a bronzer. It says it's a skin contour, but it's warm. So I'm using it as a bronzer, and I do enjoy it. And I also do enjoy the foundation stick. Okay, let me grab something and then we'll get to the melt stuff. I just decided I think I might sell this Chanel palette. You know what? I'll think on it, but I'm just being honest, like, about my purchases, especially towards the end of the last year. It was like I was trying to have some subconscious last hurrah, maybe. I don't know, but I'm just keeping it real. I did purchase these from Ulta, and these are the Peel Off Lip Liner Stain from Sasho. So these are the colors. I'm not gonna open them now, but I do wanna try them out. So I have the shade Pinked, that's this one, Hazel, and Mauve is what it says. So it was a trio and 20% off. So I think I did purchase this with the Bad Gal Bang together. Everything else is gonna be by Melt. So let's get on the Melt train, y'all. I do love the Melt Cream blushes, and I wanted to try this shade Golden Hour. I think it was $9. This one just gives like a hint of a pinky gold on my skin. I actually think it would show up better on a deeper skin tone because it is really close, but I do like the finish, and I think it just gives a really sheer pinky gold flush. I have used it on bare skin, and I just love the Melt Cream blushes. Melt needs to just come out with more of the products that people love. There's probably room for some more colors of the cream blushes, but they do have a pretty nice range. Next, I have two of the finishing powders. So this is called Glazed Skin Sheer Finishing Powder. This is the shade Medium. Some people were saying it's a highlighter, but I really didn't get that vibe from this. I mean, I do think that if you don't like a dewy skin look, this is not a product for you. I wouldn't go as far to say that it is a highlighter. And then I got the shade Tan, so let's see what that looks like, because I haven't opened this one yet. I love the packaging on this. So here's the shade Tan, and my plan is to use this as a bronzer. And I don't like shimmery bronzer, so I think this finish is gonna be nice and dewy without being shiny. And it's crazy because the half off sale that they had lasted a while. It might have lasted a month. I did purchase the Smoke Sessions 2 collection, and I purchased the whole thing. It was $65. So there's the packaging. I wore this palette for the Ravens game the other day, and I absolutely loved the look. I'm wondering if I like this better than She's in Parties. I didn't have an issue with any of the shimmers that I chose to use. There were a couple shimmers in She's in Parties. No, just one. It's really just one shimmer in She's in Parties. It's the lightest one that I don't care for. But these like electric purples are kind of unique as far as what I'm thinking that I have in my collection. There might be something like this in the Cosmic Brushes Wonderland palette, a purple or blue purple like that. But I enjoy wearing this palette, and I love these mattes. This purpley, almost brown, neutral matte shade is really nice. And I think this will partner well in a way with She's in Parties if you want to amp it up and give it a little more vibrancy. So I'm happy with the look that I did with this palette. And you know, purples are not the easiest color to formulate. So I was happy with that. Now also in the collection, we have the So High mascara. Haven't tried that out yet, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna open any mascaras right now because I don't really like to have a lot open. And right now I've been wearing the Grande Lash mascara. We do have the Clockwork Purple Duochrome eyeshadow gel, and these eyeshadow gels have really lasted for me, so I was not mad about buying anymore. The gel liners have really lasted well for me. I'm not gonna swatch this, but it's that pink to green kind of shift, purpley, greeny gold shift. So happy to try that out, and I'm not sure if it's gonna dry down like the eyeshadow gels or the gel liners, but we'll have to see. Next we have the Metal Eyes Duochrome eyeshadow gel, another one. This is in Sour Grape. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay, these are a little tough to open. Is there tape on here? I can't get this open right now, but there's the color there. All right, we have the Reflect Gel Liner in the shade Haze. So that's what that looks like. And then we have the shade Afterlife. Okay, this one looks like it's dry. Hold on, Mel, y'all about to be on the list. I'm going to work with this. I'm gonna probably add a little bit of, what do you call it? Mayron mixing medium, not Mayron mixing medium, what's it called? It's by Inglot. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm gonna add a couple drops to that. I'm not that mad. I'm a little bit mad, but not that mad. As I just talked about how they last and stand the test of time. But next, from the original Bailey Sarian collection, we have the shade Nightshade, and this is the Ultra Matte Gel Liner. I already touched that one. Now I need to find that mixing medium because I'm sure that will solve the problem. Next, we have the shade Penny, and I've already worn this one. This is a Metal Bond Gel Liner, and this color is so beautiful. I actually wore this, and I wish I took a picture with Smoke Sessions, the original Smoke Sessions. So I love that color. That's really pretty. Now I do have the palette Fatally Yours, and I actually have two of them because a shade was broken in the first one that I purchased. It was the white matte. Right away, like the same day, they sent me a new one. So what I'm gonna do is probably depot these and then keep the packaging and throw this matte shade away. And then if I ever want to make a little palette, since the melt palettes are magnetic, I'll have an empty palette. So that could be fun. I'm saying all that, but that's almost like for my fantasy self. My fantasy self would do that. But here's the palette. My new one just arrived today. I don't know what made me buy this one, but I'm excited to go ahead and try this out. And then we have Bailey right here. Like I said, I'm just accepting my fate as a melt stan, and I'm just gonna go ahead and embrace it. So I got like 2 sets. So the first set came with the palette, it came with these lashes, and it came with the blush, I believe. This blush is called Please. And one of the ways that I saw Dana Bomar, one of the owners, use this is she put the blush on and then did her powder. So it wasn't as harsh. It was almost like an underpaint. And I thought that that would be really cute. So then we have the lip kit, and I did show this in my lipstick video. So we have the gloss in the shade Saint. We have the lipstick Circe, which I can't wait to try, and y'all see the embossing on there. I like how Melt repackaged their lipsticks. Lilith is a gray, which I'm excited to play with some lip combinations. It's giving me the corpse lips. We have Julia, which is a red, and I wanna, oh my gosh, I saw someone, I don't know if it was from Melt, it might have been, they did like, it almost reminded me of rose petals. So there was red in the middle, but then on the edges, it was like wilted rose. So it was a really deep color. I would love to try that. My fantasy self would love to try that. But I really do want to try that because I've been going with mostly light eyes. So I think having like an interesting lip combo would be really cool. And then this shade is Judith, which is very interesting because I think it's going to be a transformative shade. And I saw Bailey use this. It might have been on the Melt website. I don't know. It's going to be really nice to do just like the middle of the lips. It might look crazy with what I don't really have anything dark on right now, but just like as a transformative shade. Y'all don't make fun. I'm just trying it out. Like I could see that being really interesting to use. And that's if you like those foundation-y colors, you know, and I do. I really bought the whole lip kit for this because it was sold out. And I know I don't have anything like this. So I did feel in a way that this was gonna add to my collection. Now I done lost the top. All right, I'll find it. Then I have 2 more gel products. So we have the shade Scarlet in the gel liner. And I saw this being used as an eyeliner. Look at that. And these are so good for eye bases. And they set down, and the shimmery ones, the metal ones, have like such a nice sparkle to them. Like I'm so not mad. And then we have the duochrome eyeshadow gel in the shade Temp. Now for me, this is gonna be something that I use as a spotlight, just maybe as a topper. I think that's gonna look really nice. And I have 2 of the Slick Line pencils, the eyeliners. I have Rich Brown, which is my favorite, and I continue to lose my original Rich Brown. So I was like, let me get it 50% off because this is probably my favorite liner ever. And just swatch it. Olive is another great one, but I did not have the shade Ivory. And I decided like I don't really like white eyeliner or black eyeliner, but like an off-white or a deeper brown, not too deep, I'm good with that. So I want to try Ivory out. I think white is a little bit too harsh. So Ivory, I think, is going to give me the amount of brightness that I need. And I saw her use these as concealer to brighten certain areas, and I thought that was really neat. I have a Perfectionist lip pencil. It's an ultra precision pencil in the shade Sepia. And that's the color here. And there it is. I got one of the matte lipsticks in the shade Lose My Number. It's a brown, but it's got kind of like a hint of gold in it. Kind of, what's the word? I want to say like a pukey type of gold in it in a way. Like it almost gives me a hint of like they put something kind of mustard in here in a way. Mustard. And finally, from my haul, we have the Dark Matter palette. This is the product that I purchased from Sephora, and I have used this once or twice, and I really like this palette and love the idea of there being a coordinating shimmer and matte. I love that. I think that's great. I actually saw, oh, what's her name? Makeup by Missy, I think her name is. She did a look where it was just all black. I think she used both of the blacks from here, and I thought that was really cool. She might have used something different on the inner corner. But yeah, y'all, that is my haul. I do love this palette. The quality of this one is really good, and so is Smoke Sessions. I'll have to get back to y'all about the Bailey Syrian palette. Y'all know, hit or miss, but I think all these are actually going to be hits, and I'm excited about this haul and incorporating these in my collection. I am going to add the mixing medium to this, maybe just a drop, and I think that will bring this back to life. All right, y'all, I'm doing this one-handed, but I found what I was looking for. It is the Inglot Dora line, and we are going to go ahead and try to salvage this melt gel liner in the shade Afterlife. Okay, should have opened it. I found this in my junk drawer and I washed it. Someone told me this is how they revived the lethal liners. Those were so dry, they were like shaking around in the pot. I was like, no thanks, I'm throwing those out. But I think this one can be salvaged because I could pick up pigment. So let's just try this out and see. Let's just do, that's enough because I'm not trying to be too fast. And yeah, I think this can save it. Yeah, I definitely do. Let me come back in a second once I mix this up. We are back in business. Now, of course, that doesn't look as attractive, but I'm just gonna show you what the pigment looks like on my hand. So that's what it looks like on my hand. We are back in business and it is tough to get off, but it's saved. Stuff like that happens. You know, we don't want that with anything that's new, but overall, I'm good with this. The only thing I'm really questioning is this Enchanted Night palette. I almost think I'd rather have the palette that they are coming out with for their spring collection because I really don't wear these colors. If I had to choose right now with purples, I have the beautiful purples in the Smoke Sessions palette as well as the Natasha Denona Roxa palette, which I haven't even touched. So I don't know, this hot pink, I don't really think I'm gonna use. So this one, I think I'm gonna put on Macari because there's no point of messing over it. I haven't really used it, so that's it. And I'm going to put it on there and not look back because I'm not wasting in 2025. It's just not happening. Get the stuff you really want, and I think if you're questioning something, I just was getting, I just had a buyer's happiness at that moment because I was like, ooh, like I'm getting the blush, and that was a gift. Let me get something else. I really didn't need to do that. You're just reflecting on my decisions, just being transparent with you all. But the other stuff, I'm so excited to try. So let me know what you think about what I purchased. And if you have any of these items, let me know what you think about them, how they perform. Are you happy? How is your 2025 starting out with makeup? I've done 2 new makeup releases videos, and I really haven't been tempted by anything. We know the time is coming. Things are coming out constantly. There's a bit of a lull right now. We know it's going to be some heavy hitters this year, but I am trying to start off strong and really question the purchases I'm making. Again, my collection is not allowed to get any bigger, so it's one in, one out. I'm trying not to jump, on launches just to be first or anything like that. As far as reviewing it, I'm just going to take my time and hopefully feel better at the end of the year about the purchases that I make. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. You know what always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Go on, blah,